Top 10 Unsolved Mysteries that still haunt the world. The world is full of answers, but what happens when the questions simply have no solution? From vanishing airplanes to ancient codes that no computer can crack, some puzzles seem designed to never be solved. Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 unresolved mysteries that still haunt the world today. Turn off the lights, and let's dive into the unknown. We start at number 10 with the greatest ghost ship of all time, the Mary Celeste. In 1872, this American merchant brigantine was found drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was in perfect condition. The cargo was untouched. The crew's personal belongings were still in their cabins. But there was one problem: not a single soul was on board. The lifeboat was missing, but the weather had been calm. Did they abandon ship in a panic? Was it a mutiny? Or something supernatural? To this day, no one knows what made 10 people vanish into thin air. Number 9 is a mystery you can, or perhaps can't, hear. Since the early 1990s, residents of Taos, New Mexico, have reported a low-frequency humming noise. It sounds like a distant diesel engine idling, but it never stops. Here is the creepy part: only about 2% of the population can hear it. Scientific equipment often fails to pick it up, yet for those who hear it, the sound can drive them to madness. Is it secret military testing? Geological shifts? Or a mass hallucination? The source of the Taos hum remains completely unidentified. At number 8, we have the book that no one can read. The Voynich manuscript is a 240-page book written in the early 15th century. It is filled with illustrations of plants that don't exist on Earth, bizarre astronomical charts, and bathing women. But the text itself is the real mystery. It is written in an unknown language or code that the world's best cryptographers, and even modern AI, cannot decipher. Is it a hoax? A lost language? Or a guide to another world? 600 years later, the book keeps its secrets. Number 7 takes us to the stars. In 1977, astronomer Jerry Eman was scanning the stars for alien life when he picked up a strong, narrowband radio signal. It lasted exactly 72 seconds and came from the constellation Sagittarius. It was so unique that Eman circled the data on the printout and wrote, "Wow," in the margin. Scientists have searched that same spot in the sky for decades, but the signal never returned. Was it a passing comet? A glitch? Or was it, for just 72 seconds, a phone call from an extraterrestrial civilization? Number 6 is the only unsolved air piracy in American history. On November 24, 1971, a man known as D.B. Cooper hijacked a Boeing 727. He demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. Somewhere over the dark, rainy forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper lowered the rear stairs of the plane and jumped into the night. Despite one of the biggest manhunts in FBI history, he was never found. Did he survive the fall? Who was he? D.B. Cooper simply vanished, leaving only a legend behind. Number 5 is perhaps the most disturbing mystery on our list. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers died in the Ural Mountains of Russia. Investigators found their tent had been cut open from the inside, as if they were fleeing something in terror. The bodies were found scattered in the snow, some only in their socks. But the autopsy results were baffling. Some had severe internal injuries, like a car crash, but no external wounds. Others showed signs of radiation. What could force 9 experienced hikers to run to their deaths in the freezing cold? An avalanche? Military testing? Or something else entirely? Coming in at number 4 is the shadow that hangs over London. In 1888, a serial killer stalked the Whitechapel district, brutally murdering 5 women. He taunted the police with letters, signing them, Jack the Ripper. Despite the efforts of Scotland Yard, he was never caught. Over 100 suspects have been named, from a local butcher to the grandson of Queen Victoria, but the true identity of the man in the top hat remains a secret buried in the fog of history. Number 3 brings us to California in the late 1960s. The Zodiac killer attacked at least 5 people, but he is famous for how he played with the police. He sent cryptic letters and ciphers to newspapers, threatening to kill again if they weren't published. One of his ciphers took 51 years to crack, only being solved in 2020. Yet, the most important puzzle piece, his name, was never in the codes. To this day, the Zodiac remains one of America's most elusive phantoms. Number 2 is the biggest mystery of the modern age. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 took off from Kuala Lumpur with 239 people on board. Less than an hour later, it vanished from radar screens. It didn't crash, it simply turned off its transponder and flew off course for hours until it ran out of fuel over the southern Indian Ocean. Despite the most expensive search in aviation history, the main wreckage has never been found. How can a massive Boeing 777 just disappear in the age of satellite tracking? The families of those on board are still waiting for answers. And finally, at number 1, the legend that has swallowed ships and planes for centuries, the Bermuda Triangle. This stretch of ocean between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda is the graveyard of the Atlantic. From the 5 Navy bombers of Flight 19 that vanished in 1945, to massive cargo ships that disappear without a distress signal. Theories range from magnetic anomalies that confuse compasses, to rogue waves, and even underwater alien bases. While science tries to explain it away, the Bermuda Triangle remains the ultimate symbol of the unknown. Which of these mysteries keeps you up at night? Or is there one we missed? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, hit that like button and subscribe for more dark tales. Thanks for watching Stories by C. Solomon, and stay curious.